All right, listeners, today we are going deep into the world of Bangkok street food.
My favorite.
You and me both.
Yes.
We're talking about a team-building activity called the Street Vendor Challenge, put on by Fun Events Asia.
This sounds fun. I've never heard of this before.
Yeah, it's really unique. So they take that typical team-building idea, right,
Hmm.
and they turn it on its head. Instead of trust falls,
Oh, no.
you're navigating bustling markets, figuring out Thai menus, and maybe even, like, haggling with street vendors.
Well, hold on. Haggling? You mean like I get to practice my bargaining skills?
Oh, yeah?
This sounds way more fun than any rope course I've ever seen.
Right. So tell me, what exactly did this street vendor challenge involve?
Well, just imagine yourself right in the heart of Bangkok.
Okay.
You're surrounded by all the sights and the sounds, even the smells of a real working food market.
I love it.
And you're not just some tourist watching from afar. You are right in the middle of it all. You're
Got it.
talking with vendors. You're seeing how all these incredible dishes come together.
Stop. I'm already drooling.
I know, right?
Okay, so back up a second. For those of us who might not be like total Thai food connoisseurs, could you break down some of the dishes we might find on this adventure?
Absolutely. So one of the most iconic dishes that you'll probably come across is called tam.
Okay.
It's this spicy papaya salad that really captures, I think, what Thai cuisine is known for, that like balance of flavors.
Interesting.
You know, you got sweet, sour, salty, and spicy all in one bite.
Oh, some Tim. Got it. And what about those noodle dishes you always see in pictures? You know, the ones with like the steaming broth and all the colorful toppings?
Oh, you're probably thinking of guai tao.
Guai tao.
It's a classic Thai noodle soup that comes in tons of variations.
Okay.
You can get it with different types of noodles or meats, seafood, vegetables, even like a choice of broth,
So it's like build your own adventure in a bowl.
basically.
All right, this is making me seriously hungry.
Yeah.
But besides like eating all this incredible food, what are the teams actually doing during this challenge?
That's where the whole team building element really comes into play. So, Fun Events Asia has come up with a bunch of challenges and tasks all centered around this street food theme.
Okay, I need the inside scoop. What kind of challenges are we talking here?
Well, just picture this. You're given a menu entirely in Thai,
Oh,
no English translations, no pictures, and your task is to figure it out and order a certain dish for your team.
ooh, that sounds tricky. I bet there's a lot of frantic Googling involved.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But that's part of the fun. You know, it forces people to work together, to communicate clearly, and maybe even get a little creative.
Oh, I love that. What else might they throw at us?
Another task could be negotiating with a vendor to get the best price on a specific ingredient.
Oh, no, that sounds like my kind of challenge. I love a good haggle. So how long does all this delicious chaos usually last?
The street vendor challenge usually runs for about 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
But the memories and the foodie bragging rights,
Oh, yeah.
those last much longer.
I bet those bragging rights are fierce. All right, so we've got the food, we got the challenges, the location, but who exactly can participate in this street vendor challenge? Is it only for like big corporate teams?
Not at all. That's
Yeah.
one of the coolest things about it. Fun Events Asia welcomes all different group sizes.
Okay,
Whether you're a small team or a huge company, they've got you covered.
that's awesome. So no matter how big your group is, you can experience the thrill of Bangkok street food and bond over some seriously delicious eats. But where exactly do all these culinary adventures take place?
Well, Fun Events Asia actually operates in a bunch of different spots across Thailand, each with its own unique charm and culinary highlights.
Oh, wow.
But for the Street Vendor Challenge, we're focusing on Bangkok,
Okay.
a city that truly captures the energy and excitement of Thai street food culture.
Bangkok, the street food capital of the world. I
Yeah.
can already picture myself getting lost in those vibrant markets.
Yeah.
But let's talk about those other locations for a second. You mentioned Fun Events. Asia offers experiences in other parts of Thailand.
They do. From the coastal charm of Hua Hin to the buzzing energy of Pattaya and the peacefulness of Rayong's beaches, there's a spot for every taste and preference.
All right, we need to pause for a second. My wanderlust is officially kicking in. We're talking about a team-building experience that lets you explore bustling markets, taste incredible food, and just immerse yourself in Thai culture. This is like a dream for any food adventurer.
And it's not just about the food. It's about understanding what it means culturally, you know, the traditions and techniques passed down for generations. It's a real glimpse into the heart of Thai cuisine.
This is what I love about these deep dives. It's not just about listing off facts. It's about giving our listeners a feel for what it's actually like to be there to experience this challenge themselves.
Exactly. And that's what makes the Street Vendor Challenge stand out from other team building activities. It's immersive, it combines exploring food with cultural immersion, and honestly, just plain fun.
It's like a crash course in Thai culture, wrapped up in this delicious and engaging package. Okay, before we get too carried away daydreaming about sizzling satay and fragrant curries, let's shift gears and talk about the actual logistics of this challenge.
Okay.
How does it actually work? What can participants expect when they sign up?
That's a great question, and that's where the whole team building part really comes in. The challenge is designed to get teams to really work together, to communicate well, and to think outside the box, all while having a blast, and of course, indulging in some delicious food.
So it's about more than just knowing your pad thai from your pad see.
Exactly. Teams are given a bunch of tasks, each one designed to test their problem-solving skills and teamwork in a fun and engaging way.
Okay, you got me hooked. Spill the tea. What kind of tasks are we talking about?
Well, picture this. You're handed a menu and it's all in Thai.
Oh no,
No English translations, no pictures. Your task is to figure it out and order a specific dish for your team.
I love that. Talk about a language immersion experience. I bet it leads to some pretty funny miscommunications along the way.
Absolutely. And that's part of the fun. It forces teams to communicate clearly, to think creatively, and maybe even rely on a little bit of charades.
I can see it now, a group of colleagues frantically miming spicy noodles to a confused Thai vendor. It's team building and entertainment all rolled into one. What other challenges might they encounter?
Another task could be bargaining with a vendor to get the best price on a certain ingredient. This one tests their negotiation skills, their ability to think on their feet, and maybe even their understanding of the local culture and customs.
So you're not just learning about Thai food, you're learning about Thai culture and commerce. It's a crash course in all things Bangkok. And I imagine the competition between teams gets pretty intense.
Oh, you bet. There's definitely a sense of friendly rivalry as teams race against the clock to complete their tasks and earn bragging rights.
And I'm guessing the final task is the ultimate test of their newfound street food knowledge and teamwork abilities.
You're exactly right. The final task is designed to bring everything together, requiring teams to use all the skills and knowledge they've picked up throughout the challenge. It's like a culmination of all the fun, the food, and the teamwork.
And the winning team walks away with more than just full stomachs.
Absolutely. They walk away with memories, stories, and a sense of accomplishment that lasts long after the last bite of mango sticky rice. They'll have learned how to work together better, how to communicate more clearly, and maybe even how to haggle like a pro.
Okay, I'm sold. But before I book my flight and dust off my bargaining skills, I need the nitty-gritty details. Does Fun Events Asia handle all the logistics for this challenge?
They do. They take care of everything from transportation and expert guides to making sure everyone is safe and sound. All you have to do is show up ready to eat, explore, and conquer those challenges.
That's music to my ears. It means teams can focus on enjoying the experience and bonding without having to worry about the little things. So tell me what makes Fun Events Asia stand out in the world of team building activities.
They really get that today's teams want something more than the usual trust falls and icebreakers. They create experiences that are immersive, culturally enriching, and of course, a ton of fun.
So they're like the cool kids of the team building world.
Exactly. They're innovative, they're creative, and they really understand what makes a team building activity memorable.
It sounds like they've found the perfect way to blend fun food and team building into one unforgettable experience. And their street vendor challenge seems to be the perfect example of that.
It really is. It's about bringing people together, encouraging them to step outside their comfort zones, and creating shared experiences that strengthen bonds and create new connections.
And let's be honest, who doesn't love an excuse to dive into the amazing world of Thai street food? This deep dive has definitely sparked my appetite for adventure, both culinary and otherwise.
Mine too. But before we get lost in dreams of navigating bustling markets and bargaining for the best pad thai in Bangkok, let's bring it back to our listeners.
Good point. So for those listening, imagine you're standing at the entrance to one of Bangkok's lively night markets. The air is filled with the aroma of sizzling meats, fragrant spices, and sweet coconut milk. You can hear the clatter of woks, the chatter of vendors, and the excited buzz of fellow food lovers.
And you're not just there to watch, you're there to experience it all. You're about to embark on a culinary adventure that will challenge you, excite you, and leave your taste buds wanting more.
This is the Street Vendor Challenge brought to you by Fun Events Asia, and it's an experience unlike any other.
It's a chance to try something new, to immerse yourself in a new culture, and to connect with your team over some seriously delicious food.
Now, before we wrap up this deep dive, let's leave our listeners with something to think about. If you could design your own street vendor challenge, what unique twist would you add?
Would you focus on a particular neighborhood or a specific type of cuisine? Would you add a scavenger hunt or a cooking competition? The possibilities are endless.
And that's the beauty of this challenge. It's flexible, it's engaging, and it's guaranteed to be fun. If you're ready to add some spice to your next team building event, check out Fun Events Asia's website. We'll put the link in the show notes.
They'll help you create an unforgettable experience that will leave your team feeling energized, connected, and inspired.
So there you have it, the Street Vendor Challenge. A team-building adventure that's as delicious as it is engaging. It's like a culinary escape room, but instead of clues, you're figuring out menus, and instead of puzzles, you're bargaining for ingredients.
It's such a unique way to experience Bangkok, to really understand the culture through the food. And you never know, you might even find your new favorite dish.
I know, I'm already imagining myself slurping down a bowl of guai tao, that victory broth after a hard-fought challenge.
Mhm.
But seriously, this deep dive has been awesome.
Yeah.
It shows us that team building doesn't have to be boring or predictable.
It can be an adventure, a cultural experience, and a food extravaganza all in one.
Exactly. And that's what Fun Events Asia has done with the Street Vendor Challenge.
They've taken something simple, street food, and turned it into this dynamic and engaging experience that builds teamwork, communication, and just a whole lot of fun.
And for anyone listening who's thinking, okay, I'm sold, how do I sign up? We've got you covered. You can find all the info you need on Fun Events Asia's website. We'll link it in the show notes.
Don't miss out on the chance to spice up your next team-building event with a taste of Bangkok's amazing street food scene.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep eating, and keep those taste buds adventurous.